welcome to yet another episode of me. I realise this is a bit late again, trying to get everything sorted and get work done at uni. So there are two more projects I would like to introduce you to. So the next one I'm going to introduce you is a crane chain. Now this I have been working on for, let's see, since I think March. No, not March. Sorry, since August. So it's been a couple of months now. And at my family home in Warrington, I have absolutely huge box filled with cranes that I've done already. I have well over 200. I've only got a few here that I can show you, but I've got a lovely red one, brown one, sorry, pink one, flowery one, and just a plain pink one. So basically what you do is you fold your paper cranes, which I will show you how to do, and then once you've made 1,000 of them, you've got to do this within a year as well, you sort of thread them all together like this. So the paper I'm using is I believe a 10 by 10 square. Let's get this so I can show you. Yeah, a 10 by 10 square. Now, unfortunately, origami paper doesn't normally come in this size. So my mother very kindly has been cutting all the paper we have gotten into 10 by 10 squares. That woman's amazing. That's all I have to say. That woman is amazing, and I'm so glad she's my mother. And I have almost got enough pieces of paper for the full 1,000. Now, not all of the paper I've got is origami paper. I have origami paper, which I don't know what the PPS is it? The thickness. But I do know that I have paper up to the thickness 170. And that's very thick paper. That is not stuff I would suggest you folding with, but with a bit of practice it's something you can do. So that one is a 170, I believe. I also have a couple that are like 120 and things like that. Basically, we've gotten whatever paper we can get our hands on, and then an absolute 1.5 tons of origami paper. So that's all the right size, and that is the depth of the wodge, because I decided that I wanted every single one of my cranes to look different. So I have all sorts. There's shiny stuff, there's textured stuff, there's spotty stuff. That's some of the thicker. You can hear it. How it sort of wibbles, makes that wibbly sound. That's because it's thicker paper. So that's from card making stuff that my mother had. And yeah, basically there's a lot of paper there. A lot of paper. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to fold a crane, and when I next get onto showing you about this, I'll probably do a video with a see if I can figure out how to do a speed through of all the different cranes I have, so you get to see what the cranes I've collected are. At the moment, a lot of my cranes are like this, and I will show you when we get to this stage what there is left to do with them. But that's what a heck of a lot of them look like at the moment. I just dropped one. A Christmassy one as well. Yes, I have Christmas paper and Halloween paper, and I've still got a piece of paper over there that I want cutting to size because I thought it was cool. I even have wrapping paper in here, so you can literally fold these out of anything. You don't have to go buy specific origami paper, you can fold it out of anything. I just don't suggest going any thicker than normal printer paper, because at that point it gets very hard to like get the folds in place without putting a heck of a lot of pressure through it. So today, after that, I am going to show you how to fold a crane. So, let's see, what shall I do? Let's have something that's not too garish. That's pretty. Also, depending on what size paper you're going to use, you always need to bear in mind the size of the pattern. So with a lot of these, there's going to be problems like this one, because the patterning on it is quite big, so a lot of that's going to get lost when you make the crane, because literally you're going to see a thin sliver where the head is, a thin sliver where the tail is, and then a slightly fatter chunk where the wings are. That's about all you're going to see of your pattern. So if you're going for small paper like I did, you're going to need to pick smaller patterns. That makes life a little harder. So I'm going to grab one of these guys and unfold it, because I always do this bit wrong, and when you're trying to teach someone how to do it, it makes it very difficult for them to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is our blank side. So this is either going to be white or a plain colour, because mine's patterned with a plain colour. So this is the side you don't want to see. This is the side you're not going to see. What you're going to do is you're going to fold it along in half like that. Now, when I'm folding, especially this way, I hold the paper between my lips, because that stops it from moving while I get a nice tight crease. So one fold. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to unfold it, and we're going to fold it the other way, so this edge to this edge, going like that. Now some of my paper's not exactly straight, so I don't get perfect folds, which can be a bit of a pain, but try and get your folds as accurate as possible, and you'll see why later. Okay, so that's our two folds in half like that. So what we're going to do next is we're going to have the picture side up, the side you want to be seen. And what we're going to do with this, so we've just done that fold and that fold, but we need ones that way and that way. So we're going to do those two folds next. So we want to have the picture side out for this, and what we're going to do is going to pop that middle and take this corner down to this corner. Yes, I'm turning it around a bit, that's just so it's a little easier for me to do. And once you've got your crease, just tighten it. See, right, a lot of people don't have long fingernails like I do. So when you're tightening your creases, what you want to do is get something flat and rounded, or even if you've got like a butter knife, you can use the back edge of that. So you can either use that and push it against the table and the knife to go across. You can use something like a pen. I know this one's not round, but you can use a pen and do it against the table. I do it with my nails because they're there and that's what I'm used to. So anyway, so we're going to unfold that one. So pardon me, we've now got that crease, and then we're going to fold it the other way. So it's going to be this point down to this point, so it's the opposite crease to the one we just made. One thing you really want to do though when you're doing your creases is just get a basic one in first and then go in and tighten it. Because if you try and tighten it straight away and it's not quite right, you're going to end up having a mess on your paper because you'll have extra fold lines that don't want to be there or don't need to be there. So we're going to open that up again, and that gives us our main construction lines, and that takes us from piece of paper to these squares you saw in my box earlier. That takes it all the way to this stage. So what you're going to do is you're going to pop the middle again, making sure you've got like your horizontal and vertical crease being the ones that are sticking out. Now this is where people get confused. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to take all 4 of the points together. So if I turn it round, you've got to pick one point to start with, so I'm going to start with this one, and you're just going to pull one by one. See how this one's pulling in? That's fine. In together, and that makes your square. Now at this point you need to tighten those creases, so you just want to go in and tighten up those creases. And as you can now see, we've got our square. So once you get used to it, you just kind of push it together and it just suddenly all falls into place. And then all you've got to do is tighten the creases, which sometimes you don't even need to do one by one. Sometimes you can just do a whole side. Okay, so the next job is, this is not even at the stage of being the base yet. So we need to get this to be at the stage of being what they use is the bird base. So let's get it to that point next. So what we're going to do is, we've got this lovely crease down the middle, you see? What we're going to do is we're going to take this edge and put it on the crease in the middle. Now this I need to use the table for, so I'll show you after I've done the fold. So so there you go. Now you can see what I mean. So this is folded so the edge is lining up with the middle. These ones you want to try and be as accurate as you possibly can with, because they'll affect how the tail and the wings and the head and all that kind of thing look. So you want to try and get them as accurate as possible when you're folding this. And we're going to do the same with the other side. So we're going to fold that in so this edge is in line with the middle. When you're doing this, you should notice that the top 2 edges line up, so it makes that kind of shape. Then what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over, so we've got our other big flat side, and we're going to fold it exactly the same. So we're just going to fold it so this edge and this edge meet in the middle. Now, if you look at this bottom, at the bottom here, there's a bit of mess here, so that's gonna like show on our end crane, but there's not much I can do about it at this point. So yeah, so that's still not our bird base yet. Our next job is this top triangle. We're going to fold this way, then we're going to fold it the other way as well. So fold it down, give it a squish, then back up, turn it over, fold it down and give it a squish. Okay, and that's just to give us a helping hand. That's a construction fold, so it doesn't need to be that tight. Our next job is another place where people seem to get kind of confused. So we're going to take our finger and we're going to go inside one of these flaps. So see how there's a hole, a gap in there? If it'll open. See, in there? Going to put our finger in that gap. What we want to do is just the bottom piece of paper. See, just this bottom piece. We're going to pull on that and pull it up. Now the other side will come open too, you see? And we just want to make sure that doesn't get caught. We're pulling that all the way up to that line we folded a minute ago. So that fold there is where we want our crease to be when we're folding this up. And then we're going to use the creases that are already there. We are folding them the opposite way to what they were, but as long as you get them on the same place, it's fine. And you're just going to remake those creases so that it then sits flat. And that's what a bird base looks like. But we still have to do it on the other side before we can finish the crane. But obviously, as always, we need to tighten our folds. So just quickly do that. And then we're going to turn it over. So we've got the same thing on this side. And what we're going to do is the exact same. We're going to go inside the two layers, take the bottom one, and just gently pull it upwards, making sure that things don't get caught. Now, if you want more origami tutorials, just give me put a message in the comments. If you liked my story last week, if you want to see more about my dragon model, put a message up on there. I'm literally up to you. There is one thing that I would like to share with you, which is I have Pokemon Moon, and I'd love to be able to play that with you guys, seeing as I'm really bad at playing games, and I'd love to see how much you enjoy seeing me fail at playing Pokemon, basically. It's fun, and I would hope you have fun, but I need to figure out how to do that first. So that's our bird base. That's ready to go. And we want our little legs pointing like towards you or down. Now I'm doing it so you can see, but you'll want them pointing towards you. You obviously can't see that way, so I've got to do it this way. And what we're going to do is we're going to find the front. Going to take this edge and fold it into the middle again like we did before, but this time we're just making that area thinner rather than like a kite shape like we had before. Okay. Okay, so like that. And we're going to do that with all the other side here and the other side over here. So I'm going to go through and do all of those. Okay, while I've been folding, I noticed that here some of my colour like kind of overlaps outwards. Now what you want to do with that is just take your fold and pull it so that it covers that up. Now I can't do it with that one, but I can with this one. So you're basically just hiding that bit of thing that's sticking out that's not supposed to be. And that's what you get. You get two little thin legs and then these bits. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take these two little thin legs because they're going to turn into our head and tail. And what we're going to do is go in between our two layers here and we're going to pull it up. So it basically undoes this fold like that. See how it's all flat now? By just pushing your thumb in and then you're folding it up inside there like that. And once you've got that fold, you just then close it up again. Now this you might need to stick your finger in a bit, try and make it fold a bit better. This is where problems occur if you've not folded it quite neatly enough. So you've got that at the moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the same on the other side. So you just push that open and pull it up. Now if you're having trouble with pulling it up, just like move the paper around a bit, see how it will fold best. Like there I had more paper so it didn't want to come open very easily. Okay, but if you look, you can see that it's sort of sticking out a little bit there or hasn't quite folded properly like there. But at the moment we've got like two tails. So basically what you need to do is decide which one's going to be your head. Now with that, you probably want to try and go with the neater of the two. The messier of the two to be your head. Because the fact we're basically going to fold a little chunk of it back the way it was a minute ago, so the mess isn't as obvious. So I'm going to do this side for the head, and all you do is you stick your finger in there to make it so like the top section unfolds, push it down, and then push the old fold back in. Now this can be a bit fiddly, so if you need something to help you with it, go for it. Okay, and that gives our crane a head. I don't like my cranes being so vertical like that, so what I do is once I've got everything in, I just grab it, pull it out. I like mine to be nicely in line, and once I've got it in a place that I'm happy with, just re-squish the fold. So you see I've pulled it so it's in line with the wing, and I'm going to do the same with the tail. Like that. And that's how you make a crane. Now, I have so many to make, so it might take a while for me to actually get to a point where I can actually show you the crane chain, but hopefully I'll be able to eventually. But I hope that helps. I hope you're going to try and make your own. If you do, feel free to send me messages about it. At the moment, I don't have any other specific ways for you to contact me, so feel free to leave comments in the thing down below. And I'll see if I can find a way that you guys can talk to me more and decide what you want to do and if you want any help. And if anyone's out there who knows how I can easily show you guys Pokemon, me playing Pokemon, I'm quite happy to do that. If there's anything else you'd like me to try and do, I'm happy to have some suggestions, and we'll see what seems like fun. And see you next time. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.